What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Bundesliga career mode. It is episode number 13, returns today on the back of our 1-0 loss against Leipzig in the season opener. Returning today after making 4 new signings in the last episode and having a big sale of Jaleur alongside Leonard Maloney as well. Well, we're going to see the conclusion to this. A big monster bid coming in for what is now our captain, Eric Martel. 79 rated, 23 years old. Obviously now we normally play him centre-half alongside DJ in the back line. To be honest, he's just signed a new 5-year extension. So this is the thing here. Like, I know we're not doing this, say, with the primary focus of realism, but I do like to keep my career modes quite realistic if I can. Like, Eric Martel, literally 6 weeks ago, signed a 5-year extension. It would not be realistic to sell him right now, but this is Chelsea. And with the monster money they've got, I mean, there's been a pattern of them bidding for players that just signed for new clubs or extensions, such as Caicedo, such as Cucurella. So with that being the case, I will negotiate, but I'm not going to say to Chelsea you can have him for anything less than £60 million. That is my bare minimum I will sell him for. That is almost half the market valuation. I'm going to say if you really want him, and he's just signed a 5-year extension, which means he's got 6 years left in his deal. I feel like I'm Chelsea right now with that sort of contract. I'm saying unless you want to give me an astronomical fee, he's not going. He's just signed a 5-year contract extension, Mauricio. He's not going. Yep, I don't think that a player would sign a 5-year extension and then leave 6 weeks later. Has that ever happened? Has that ever happened in football? I mean, it would be unprecedented. If you think about the players who, you know, said they were going to commit to a club but left, that was verbal. I'm thinking the likes of Sol Campbell, sorry Spurs fans, Sol Campbell, obviously long time ago now, but obviously has moved to Arsenal when he said he was happy at Spurs and then left to join the North London Rivals. He didn't sign an extension, he just verbally committed. And also I think the most famous one in recent years, Fabian Delph. Fabian Delph, of course, with Aston Villa said, no, I'm happy. I'm gonna stay at Villa Park. And then a week later, he left to join Man City. But it was a verbal commitment. It wasn't an actual written commitment like in the case of Eric Martel. So Eric's staying, and he hasn't complained or anything, so I guess he's happy to stay with me for at least an extra 1 year. First game today, Borussia Dortmund, our first game at home this season, and it was a bounce back here on the back of the opening day loss against yet another top 4 side. Big game here. Come on, Carl. Yeah, I think Moises Caicedo to Chelsea is probably the one that sticks out most in recent memory, because obviously this is very recent. This is just last year. He wanted to leave in January after only just coming into Brighton, I should say establishing himself at Brighton. And then he signed a contract extension in March after requesting to leave in January, and then he left in August. So it was a very, very quick turnaround for Caicedo. But again, that wasn't 6 weeks. That was technically heading into a new season, March to August. So I think if Chelsea come back in January, or another big club comes in January, I don't know who that would be, but whoever comes in January, I'll let him go then. But I think in the same, I don't think that's ever happened before. In the same window, if it has, please do correct me in the comments. But I can't think of a case when that has actually happened. He makes a great tackle there, and I just don't want to lose him, man. He's just so good. Tillman to Max, lovely turn. Davey, even better turn. Simon shot blocked, and it's a little bit lucky. Well, let me rephrase that. It's really lucky. But FC Köln have their first of the season, and LinkTree is claiming it, but there is no way it trickles into the back of the net without that deflection. First shot blocked from Davey, comes into the path of LinkTree, and his shot takes a huge deflection. Wrong foot Gregor Kobel, and goes into the back of the net. It was on target, and thus he'll claim it, but there is no way it goes in without a helping hand. Cole with a huge slice of help, and go a goal up with 25 to go. This is a middle deflects off Aston Franks, and I think that must have struck his hand because the referee signalled for it early. So free kick for Dortmund in a dangerous area, 15 to go. Can we hang on? Eric gets up alongside Schwalbe, and out goes Suleimana to head it away. He's had a great debut, Suleimana. And now as Tillman finds Max, hold on a second. Oh, surely, all the way. Max, all the way to wrap it up. What a response from FC Köln! Everyone's saying, can they match their season last year? Can they qualify for Europe again? And can they this year finish top 4? Statement made in our first home game of the season. Last year's runners-up, second place finish. Are going to lose 2-0 in West Germany. Max with the finish, nothing lucky about that. Köln are going to claim a massive 3 points on match day 2. And I want the clean sheet. You know, I want this clean sheet as well. We conceded late against Leipzig, and that might have been a game where there's Martel, who's had a brilliant game today, makes the tackle there, and that was the game winner. And even though this game is done, I want the clean sheet. Our game is built on defense, man, so I want the clean sheet for the boys in the back line. Oh, what a chance. Astor, I see you. For the third. What a performance. One of the best since we've been here. Dortmund humbled, Köln dominant, 3-0 at the Rhine Energy Stadion. What a performance from FC Köln. Losing one of our important pieces in the back line, Jalur to Real Sociedad, a monster bid coming in for Eric Martel from Chelsea, and a loss on the opening day. How do we respond at home to last year's runners-up in the Bundesliga on the back of an opening day loss? How about a 3-0 victory? One of the best performances of the save, no question. And Eric Martel was brilliant in that game. I can imagine him in the dressing room doing a Leo DiCaprio Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not ever leaving. As FC Köln run out comfortable winners. What a performance. Yo. So, deadline day is here. I should really calm down. It's match day 2, alright? Great bounce back, but come on, Doxy boy. It is the second game week of a 34-game season. Let's calm ourselves down, yeah? So deadline day is here. I mean, we still technically haven't really replaced Jalur yet. Suleiman came in at right back for his debut there and was really solid, but you know, since the money came in for our Danish fullback, we've still got tons of money to play with, so are we going to buy a new right back or just trust Suleiman and Rambaldo? Well, to be fair, there is a player that I'd really like to bring in, and with Fortuna Düsseldorf still being a second-tier side, I kind of think it's now or never for this guy. Shinta Appelkamp, born in Japan, but can represent Germany or Japan on the international stage. No senior caps for either. As a CAM, as a playmaker, or playing deeper or on the wing, he's very, very versatile. Whilst I'd like to get his defensive stats up, again, at 24, I think it's now or never for this guy. He can't stay in the second tier all of his career. And at 78 overall, he should be available for close to market valuation. I'm going to say now's the time to make the step up to Bundesliga football. Yeah, right now for Düsseldorf, great team for an RTG, by the way, in the Bundesliga. I'm going to put in a bid of around valuation, and I don't think they'll hold us to ransom with them being a second-tier side. I've just signed this guy. I'll never understand that. Like, I'll never understand how EA can't code it in that when you've just signed a player, you're not going to swap him out in the next 3 weeks. But yeah, we should get him close to valuation. So I think we might be able to get him for around 18.5. That's 2 million over market valuation. Okay, all right. I'm going to be very, very risky here because they might walk out. But I don't want to pay more than 18.75 mil. And Düsseldorf will accept it. It'll be worth a lot more than that in the future, I'm sure. Great young player. And now a chance for him to take the next step up to the Bundesliga. Yeah, I've had my eye on this guy since the beginning of this save. And Fortuna Düsseldorf still in this second tier. It really is now or never time for Shinta Appelkamp. If he wants to play on the international stage for either Germany or Japan, he needs to be playing top tier football. And now he's got the chance to do so here and play European football alongside it as well. Welcome to the Rhine Energy Stadion. Shinta Appelkamp, 24 years old, and again, when you look at the stats here, he's going to get better, of course. He's not even hit his mid-20s, yeah. But to me, the only concern is, again, the lack of strength and the lack of defensive stats, which in this team, let's be honest here, he needs to get to grips with, man. He needs to get to grips with, because that's what we're all about. Annoyingly, we can't get in that defensive work rate when he's a CAM naturally. So with that being the case, am I going to do this? I mean, I did this in the last save with Eberecht Gizeh, and I said this before, this is a great tip for you guys. When you really want to focus in on an area, but you can't do so through development plans alone, you can do so via a position change without the intention of actually changing their position, if that makes sense. Where are his weakest attributes? Defensively and physically as well. So what do? We put him on a CB development plan. He's not going to become one, but he is going to get those defensive stats up, and that's going to be really, really important in this team. Shinta, you train all the defenders, but I still see you as a new CAM. Yeah, I mean, I've got him as an important squad player, but he's not going to start, even though he easily could. He could start ahead of Asta Franks. The reason why I choose Asta is because he's got a higher defensive work rate and, you know, superior defensive and physical stats as well. So I do not want to have him sitting deeper because he'll be totally exposed. He'll be completely hunted on one-on-one matchups. And again, I could play him in that CAM role, but then we're stunting the growth of Max. So he'll be coming off the bench primarily in this team. And you know what I might do as well? I might try and loan out Finn Graffe, you know. I am thinking about bringing in a new left back or at least a new fullback for the for deadline day. I'm going to add Finn Graffe to the loan list, man. This guy, he's young, he's only 21, but he's not a starter in this team anymore. He needs the game time. Yeah, if you want to play for Doxy Boy, you got to work hard on defense. It all starts with defense, and this team is built on solid defense. So you've got to hustle, man. So 16.5 mil remaining in the budget with wage budget considerations, probably more like to be about 14 mil. Now there is a player, like I said, there is a player I'm thinking about bringing in at left back here if Finn Graffe does go out on loan, and it's this lad here, Derek Cohn. Don't really know anything about him, but 26 years old, rapid, with decent technicals both on the offensive and defensive end. And to me, out of contract come the end of the season, high-low work rate's a slight concern, but this looks like a steal to me. The only problem is if we get him in, we're going to be really overloaded at left back because we've got Jacobs, Finn Graffe, and then this guy coming in as well. Yeah, I'm still going to do it because it's just a great value for money deal here. I can get him for about 8 mil, I'd say. £8 million. And again, we've literally just signed him. Please, EA, please. You've got to code that into the game, man. No way would a club ask for a player that you've literally just bought in. 8.5 mil. Galatasaray will say, yeah, 1.5 mil under the valuation. And at 26, he's still going to get a little bit better as well. This could be an absolute bargain here. Yep, I'll be totally honest, don't really know anything about this guy, but for an £8.5 million fee, what I do know is that we just picked up an absolute bargain. He takes a minor pay cut to return to his native Germany and is back now for the first time playing with FC Köln here at the Rhine Energy Stadion. Welcome to FC Köln. Derek Cohn. Yeah, really like his stats. Really like his stats. Again, absolutely rapid. And whilst, again, defensively, we do need to put a bit of work on that. He's still getting better. Like, he's 26. He's got a long way to go. And going forward, he's already got a lot to offer. 79 ball control, 79 crossings, 76 dribbling, 79 short pass as well. So going forward, he can offer an awful lot down that left-hand side. We like our wing-backs that can attack as well as defend. So for me, all we need to do is target those defensive stats and get our defensive work rate up from low to high, and this guy is going to become a complete wing-back on that left-hand side to compete with Ismail for a starting role in this team. This is an absolute steal for 8.5 mil. And so with our budget now down to 7 mil, we are probably done for signings there. Although I might make one. It depends on whether we get Finn Graffe out on loan or whether he remains, I guess, just to bring another player for squad depth, really. 9 hours to go. We'll see if we can complete the loan deal for Finn Graffe, but I might, just like last year we found with our youth goalkeeper, I might have just left it a little too late, and I'll only have myself to blame for it. But as Stuttgart put in a bid for Damien Downs, why did Dortmund want to take him? Of all the players for him to go, of clubs for him to go on loan to, why would it be Borussia Dortmund? Well, to be fair, with Damien Downs, I mean, this one I don't mind at all because I think, like with Justin at FSC Mainz last season, I think Damien would start there. I think he'd start as Stuttgart, so I don't mind this one. I'll do a 1-year loan just in case he doesn't start and he come back next year. Why would it be? If it was Dortmund's youth team, I'd understand, but not the Champions League Borussia Dortmund. We might as well keep him instead. That's annoying, that. Still 7 hours to go. We'll see if another bid comes in. I think with 7 hours to go, we still might be able to get him out, but. Okay, Benfica. Well, then again, would he start at Benfica as well? Well, to be fair, he's 74 rated now. He's not like 62. I might just accept them both. To be fair, I mean, who is Dortmund's left back right now? Like, who are they playing at left back? They've got Ben Tabani, the youngster Tom Roffe as well, who shows great potential, and they've got Ryerson too. I mean, I don't know how he's going to get the game time there at Borussia Dortmund, and with Benfica. This is what I was talking about. I think it was the last episode. Like they've got to do a better job. Okay, maybe at Benfica I think he will get some minutes at Benfica, to be fair, but not at Dortmund. EA have really got to rethink the loan system. It's improved very slightly, but it's still totally unrealistic and at times just mental. Damien Downs is going to join Stuttgart on a 1-year loan again. I think he will probably start there, to be fair. Whereas here he's like 4th choice striker, so I don't mind that deal going through. But I think Graphic, we've got 6 hours to go. I think we're just going to run out of time, unfortunately. I think we're just going to run out of time. Fingers crossed we'll get it over the line, but it's going to be very, very touch and go. As a big comes in for... Oh, wow. Now, there's some deadline day drama we weren't expecting. So we're going to let Fingrafe go to Benfica, where I think he probably will get quite a lot of minutes there, to be fair. Signed Aston Ranks last season. Had a solid first year for us. Scored the 3rd goal against Dortmund in that last game. But Manchester United coming in, I think we could get around 27.5 mil for him in total as well. And that would be a solid, tidy profit in just a 1 year. He's grown nicely to 78 overall. I'm not sure what his actual ceiling is. Had no plans to sell him, but big club Manchester United come call him on deadline day. Hard to stand in his way. 28 mil? Ooh, wow, Eric, come on, mate. He's worth more than that. How about 27.5 mil? Mr. Ten Hag. 27.5 mil. They say yes. 5 hours to go. Question is, will they get the deal over the line, or will they have another faulty fax machine? Flashbacks to David De Gea. 4 hours to go as Bayern have just signed Eberechi Eze for less than the 60 million that Crystal Palace want for him. Did you guys see that? They've put £60 million price tags on each, not just for both, but each, Eze and Elise. Do you know what? I think in this market right now, with inflation, it's fair. Like, honestly, I think personally that's fair. I know it's a lot, but I think it's fair. I think they are absolute ballers. And there we go. Damien Downs goes to Stuttgart on loan. Is the Ranks deal going to go through as well? Is Fingrafe going to leave? Real deadline day drama here. Yep, 2 hours to go on the back of this advance, and I'm not sure if that Fingrafe deal is going to go through, but the Aston Ranks deal definitely has. Ranks has gone 1 year at the Rhine Energy Stadion and goes for 27.5 mil. Tidy profit to make, but with only 2 hours to go, we need to sign a replacement for the Belgian now. Oh, and the Fingrafe deal just went through at the same time as well. I didn't realise that. We only saw the 1 player walkout, but yeah, Fingrafe is gone. So we've got all of those 3 players out. Downs and Fingrafe on the loans, and Ranks going... Is that a club record sale? 27.5 mil? I think it might be. So on the back of that sale, budget now rising to around 30 mil. With wage budget considerations, maybe around 27. But when you look at the team right now and how it's currently shaping up, now that Astor is gone, we've loaned out Fingrafe and Damien Downs. I think... Despite the signing of Derek, we need another fullback, but primarily at right back. We haven't replaced Jalur yet. I know we got Suleiman, who started against Dortmund, and Bolde is here as well. But we haven't replaced the Danish fullback, who was our starting right back last year. So with that being the case, I'm going to bring one in with 2 hours to go. And, I mean, he is my first choice right now, and certainly one who I think would be a great fit for our side as well. Better going forward than he is defensively, but at 27, he's still probably going to grow a rating or 2 as well. Wolfsburg were in the Champions League a few years ago, so he's got minor European experience, but physically this dude is a beast. Technically he's great when going forward, but still isn't bad defensively as well. Think I might have had him before, but I certainly want to get him again. Moving on from Wolfsburg to Hoffenheim, and now coming to FC Köln, Riddle Baku. Let's bring him in. I mean, when you've got the initials RB, you can't play anywhere else, can you? Even so, I don't think we should have to pay much more than valuation for the guy. I think we can get him for under 20 mil, personally. Hoffenheim think otherwise. Okay, well, that stopped me in my tracks a little bit. Alright, let's go 20 mil with Hoffenheim. They've got no need to sell him. They brought him in last year, so they've only had 1 year with him, to be fair. So there's no need for them to sell him. We might end up coming up short here on deadline day. You know, they are not budging. They are not. We've got the money for it, but I didn't want to have to spend that much. How about 23 mil for Baku? 23.3. No, do you know what? I'm going to risk them walking out completely. 23 mil, my final offer, and Hoffenheim in the end have their bluff called. Even so, quite a few mil more than the valuation, but he's a solid player. Yeah, I might have spent a bit more than valuation, but I definitely think this guy is worth the extra few £1 million. I think I might have had him before, but he is a heck of a physical player. And whilst probably better going forward in this team, he will start at right back and he'll be our successor for Elias Jalur as well. Buzzing to bring him in for 23 mil. I think my most expensive signing of the save so far. Welcome to the Ryan Energy Stadium. Rydal Baku. And you look at the stats here, and again, 27 years old, so he's still going to get a little bit better, if only maybe 1 or 2 ratings max. There isn't really much of a concern with the guy. Yes, I want the defensive work rate up from medium to high, but despite being 5'9", he's got a bit of strength. He is aggressive. He has got some decent defensive stats as well. And whilst, again, you'd probably say this guy will be better going forward, in my opinion, there's no reason why we can't turn him into an ultimate wing-back. So Baku in, and I'll take this signing here on deadline day as the long-term successor for Elias Jalur. Yep, that'll do it for deadline day. Whoa. Okay, as a... Oh, sugar. Oh, it's not enough time. Wow. Leverkusen putting in the bid for Schwabe. Release clause being met, 20.6 mil. But guys, there's not... Wow. But there's not enough time. Marvin, thanks for seeing me, boss. Look, I'm sorry to have to be telling you this, but I don't see my future here. Just not have to be in the club anymore. Well, I'm sorry, bro, but there's only 60 minutes to go. And this is Davide 2.0. There's not enough time, mate. So I say take time over the decision, but there's not enough time. It's not going to go for anyway. It's going to fall through as soon as the clock strikes midnight. So Neymar has joined Arsenal for 48.5 mil. I don't know what's going on there. Sesko has left. Wow, Leipzig having a clear out. Good news for us, obviously, as we'll try and best them this year to finish in the top 4 after they picked last season. With Sesko going to Juve, 54.2 mil, and Baumgartner going 49.3 mil. But as soon as I do the one advance, you're going to see in just a moment's time, the deal's going to fall through. The deal's going to fall through instantly because there wasn't enough time. Leverkusen, you can come back in January, but you've absolutely balls that up by waiting too long. And as we have our first scouting updates of the... Whoa. Thomas Muller's son? Peter Muller? Oh my goodness, I'm going to do 1 month worth of scouting to see how he looks. It's all kicking off to... I ain't even done the Europa League group stage draw yet. I'm excited for this. Moldova and India. I forgot about this. Sending our scouts back to their home nations to... This dude's aesthetic might warrant him a scholarship alone. That is majestic. And those eyes are what is... This is the most bizarre episode of The Save so far. Oh my god. Unfortunately, from India, I don't think anyone's going to make it from the first month, no. But we're looking for a diamond in the rough in Moldova and India, but I'm looking forward to it, man. It should be a lot of fun. So as for the academy update, 3 players in there right now. Leo Fournier with France, Martin Schuler of Switzerland, and there's this young Swiss striker who, to be fair, potential's good, but the overall is just so... I'm going to release him. We got another Swiss player in here in the same sort of position, so yeah, I'm fine with that. So let's do the draw for when is that? Is that coming now? The draw for the Europa League group stage. Let's do the draw for the Europa League group stage, and then we'll play 1 or 2 more games. What is going on today? Birmingham City putting in a £5 million deal for Justin Dale. He was great last year at FSV Mainz, but no, sorry, Mr. Brady, but you're going to look elsewhere for a Hail Mary sort of deal. You like that NFL reference there? Oh yeah, I know American football. I don't really. Draw for the Europa League group. This is a crazy episode today. Draw for the Europa League group stage. Cole in Europe for the first time in a save. And we've been drawn against... Oh my goodness, what a group. What a group! In Group C, Tottenham Hotspur, Galatasaray and Lech Poznan. So we'll face... our goalkeeper out on loan with Galatasaray. A tricky away day, I'm sure, in Poland against Lech Poznan. And against Spurs, who I think will be favourites there, home and away as well. What a group! We'll save the Europa League group opener away in North London against Spurs for the next episode. And on the back of what's been a crazy episode. Let's play 1 or 2 more games today. Certainly at least this one. Possibly our final one today or our penultimate game. Union Berlin away, looking for our first away day points of the season. Come on, FC Köln. Kevin Volland for Union Berlin. Looking for space as his pass deflected by Baku, and Eric and DJ will clear, and away we go. And Linton's done brilliantly well there to beat his man. Go on, off you go, off you go. You are so quick, Linton. You are so... no one's going to catch you. Someone in the middle, please. It's Max. It's a good save. Selka keeps the chance alive. I don't really know where I'm going here. And in the end, I've just given it away. Golden chance, just couldn't take it. As Tillman wins it back. But it's FC Köln. Looking good in the early stages here. Go on, Baku. On your debut. Oh, what a fantastic save. That's what he's going to offer going forward, though, man. Gillero only had 1 goal all season long and not a single assist. Funny enough, it came on the final day. Baku, I expect him to get a lot more involvement on the offensive end with his good stats going forward. 8 to go. Can we find a winner? Martel to Ismail. Tillman to Max. I see Linton. I see Selka. Oh! Trying to catch the keeper out. It's a comfortable save, really, but worth a go. Worth a go. It's been a tough one, this. Really tough. And it seems as though it's going to be a disappointing slip-up on match day 3, man. Like, home or away, if you want to be a top 4 team, these are the games you got to win. Yep, that's disappointing. I mean, you know me, draws are subjective, and oftentimes I'll say, oh, good point on the board, they're away. But listen, man, it all depends on your ambition and your intention. If you want to be a Champions League side, these are the teams you need to beat home and away. That is a disappointing start. Let's play one more. It's a massive game against Bayern Munich, but let's end on that. Yeah, we'll do one more game and end on this. Bayern Munich stumbling out of the blocks this season, man. 2 losses in their first 3 games. Not the way they want to start their title defense off. Let's make it 3-4 and pick up what I think would be our first win against them in this save so far. Bayern at the Rhein Energy Stadion as the champions come to West Germany. Come on, come. Have we beaten Bayern yet? I don't think we have. I'm pretty sure we haven't in the 4 games we've played against them. But this will be a heck of a time to get our first. I see you, Davey. Need to keep going. Max in behind. Oh, I just can get it too. That's fine, no, that's fine. Ludwig goes for it. Saved and cleared away. This will be a great time to get it, man. The champions starting off with 3 losses in 4. This is the way we want to inflict a big blow on them. Let's get it done. Let's win that, win that, win that. Win in. And now Baku. Well played move, finished off. He's taken his game to the next level now. Wasn't great in season 1, far better last year, and now he's first this year. Jan Tillman puts us in front. This is not a great Bayern side. They've got a lot of kids out there for this one. As Harry Kane's shot is well blocked by Eric Martel. I've got to convert him to CB now. Like his future is alongside DJ in the back line. As Müller fires in the leveller. Might be 48 years old, but Thomas Müller can still show why he's been one of the best players in the past 2 decades. Yeah, Thomas Müller, what a player. What a player. I think, I might be wrong in saying this, but I think he's won more domestic trophies in Germany than any footballer ever. And if he hasn't, it's definitely got to be up there, man, because he spent his entire career playing for Bayern in what has been the era where they've dominated for the most part. So he's got a whole host of Bundesligas and German Cups and Super Cups. But he's also won the Champions League and the World Cup with Germany, lest we forget. Back in 2014, he's had over 100 caps for Germany too. What a player. What a player he is. And a rarity in modern day football, a one-club man as well. Yeah, Thomas Müller is one for youngsters to look up. If you've never seen him play his peak, well worth a watch on YouTube. As Rice finds Tillman. There's Max. There's Linton Minor. Just over the bar. Can we find a winner? That is definitely what you call a missed opportunity from FC Köln. Leading at home against a youthful Bayern side, but failing to close it out. No wins in our last 2 games, but to be fair, no losses in our last 3. I often say life and football and FC is about perspective. I guess it's not been a terrible start, especially on the back of the loss on the opening night. But that'll do it for today's episode, guys. So big thank you for watching this episode of the Bundesliga career mode. One of the most dramatic of the saves so far, no doubt about it. If you enjoyed them, please drop a like. You'll have a fantastic day. I'll return in the next one with more big Bundesliga games, our first DFB Pokal contest of the year, and our first game in Europe of the save as they take on Spurs away in North London in the Europa League Group Open. Have a great day, guys. Much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.